Shalom, brothers and sisters. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you from Yahuwah. He's our Father. And Yahusha, He is the Mashayah, the one that carries the burden of Yah, His voice, our High Priest, soon coming King. Hear, O Yesharo, Yahuwah, who is our Mighty One. He is one. There is no other Mighty One, brothers and sisters, than Yahuwah. And Yahusha is His voice. This is Brother Daoud coming to you again to bring you a report. Hedash. There she is. I see her. The moon has become visible in the western sky. The renewed moon was spotted and confirmed the evening of September 16, which makes our Shabbat for this month on Sunday. Praise Yahuwah. This is the 9th month, according to the path of years. You may ask, what is the path of years? The path of years is the way that Yah created time to be carried out in the heavens and on earth with no interruptions, no additions of the Gentiles. We can see everyone who is following the Gentiles. They're going to start their feast in the month of September. The Father has created appointments on His time. No appointment is on Gentilian time. Now I'm greatly disturbed. I went and visited a channel of a brother who said that there was a 13th month in the Bible. And I was interested. I wanted to see it for myself. I've been asking for 5 years. Where's this 13th month? How is it implemented in the book? And this is where it is, he said. Yah has a call. Ezekiel, they say, chapter 4, 1-3. They always manage to take Yah's name out every single chance that they get. 1. You, Son of Man, take a tile, lay it before you, and portray upon it the city. Indeed, Jerusalem. He was supposed to make a physical representation of the city. Okay. So that we can understand, in our minds, we're going to make our own representation. We're going to use Legos. That's what we know in this day. Okay, let's see what else he's going to do. 2. Lay a siege against it. How do I do that? Build a Lego fort against it. Oh, got it. And cast a Lego mount against it. Okay. Set up the Lego camp also against it. And set up battering rams against it round about. Are you getting a visual aid of what he was doing? 3. Moreover, take you an iron pan. Okay, I got it. Set it for a wall of iron between you and the city. Okay, so I got the pan. I put it between me and my Lego city, encampments, forts, mounts, and battering rams. And set your face against it. I'm facing the city now. And it shall be besieged. By who? You, Yah-Hezekah. You're going to lay siege against it in this representation. Why? This shall be a sign to the house of Yeshurun. A sign for what? Is it a sign of the moon? Is he speaking of a 13th month? No, this sign is for impending doom. Let's continue. 4. Now lie on your left side, Yah-Hezekah, and lay the iniquity of the house of Yeshurun upon it. Lay the iniquity? Iniquity means the guilt and the shame that comes from transgression of the law. You know how when you do bad things you try to hide from him? According to the number of days. Now he's going to give you the days that he is to lay upon his side, that you shall lie upon it, so that you may bear the iniquity of the house of Yeshurun. Only a priest can bear the iniquity of the people. Brother Dawood? Yes? Yah-Hezekah is a priest. 5. For I have laid upon you, Yah-Hezekah, the years of their iniquity. The years? I thought he said the number of days. He said, I have laid upon you the years of their iniquity, according to the number of the days. Oh, I see now. Every year is to be transferred as a day. You understand so far? How many days would that be? 390 days. Transferred 390 years. Listen to me. The messengers are telling Yah-Hezekah exactly how to carry this out and how to count the day. Every day equals a year. Can you do it any other way? Did he say anything about a month here? Do you see a 13 here? So you, Yah-Hezekah, shall bear the iniquity, the guilt and shame of the house of Yeshurun. 390 days equals 390 years. Brother Dawood, so where's this 13 month that they're speaking of? Oh, they take the 390 days and they turn it into months. Do you see that mentioned here? Yeah. So they've created their own way of counting. They're outside of the book altogether. I want you to see that. Now, are they counting from a solar calendar? If they are, how many days in a solar month? The solar calendar does not have months, it has periods, but for this exercise we'll use months, all right? How many days in a solar month? 30 or 31? Good. How many days in a solar year? 364. Good. Subtract 364 from 390. How many days do you get? 26. Okay. So they're saying that the year has 12 months and 26 days, which equals a 13th month according to the solar calendar. Note, all of the prior months, the 12 months that came before it, had 30 or 31 days complete. But this so-called 13th month only has 26 days. Does that add up to you? Brother Dawood? Yes? They're not talking about a solar calendar here. This is a lunar calendar. You are correct. How many days in a lunar month? 29 or 30? Good. How many days in a lunar year? 354. Subtract 354 from 390. How many days do you get? 36. How would you count that? You would have a year, a month, because you go into the next year. You have 1 year, then you have 1 month, and 6 days. How would they count it? They would say a 13 months and 6 days. Does that add up to you? It's over. Okay, we just did all of that calculation in numbers for nothing. We throw all of that calculation, addition, out the window. Why, Brother Dawood? Yah is leading here. He's telling them exactly what to do. Every day equals 1 year. So how are you going to turn 390 days into a 13th month? We already seen that the numbers don't add up perfectly, and everything that Yah does is perfection. If you do something like that, you have destroyed this prophecy. Do you see anything here that says month? Do you see anything here that says 13? What is going on, Brother Dawood? This is what it looks like when you have those who are unlearned and unstable. They will twist the scriptures to their own destruction, and all of the people who follow them will be destroyed also. According to their thinking, this is the process to find a 13th month. What process is that, Brother Dawood? Build a Lego fort. Make a siege against it. You have to lie on your left side. Bear the iniquity of the house of Yeshua. This is the context. Every single day is to equal 1 year. 390 days would be 390 years, and instead, the unlearned and the unstable forgot about everything that came before and just went to this number, 390 days, and they created a doctrine around it that this is how you find the 13th month. 6. And when you have accomplished them, accomplished what? Lying on your left side for 390 days, which equals 390 years, lie again on your right side. And you shall bear the iniquity of the house of Yahudah for 40 days. Oh, is it just 40 days? Look what he says next. I have appointed you each day for a year. So every day equals 1 year. Now you have those who take the 390 days. We're talking about the scholars, the religious scholars, some of the highest minds that there are, according to the world. And we're talking about our brothers who are in a strong delusion. They're following the Gentiles when it comes to these things. They take 390 days, which is 390 years, and then they take the 40 days, which is 40 years, and say it comes out to a prophecy of 430 years. You cannot add the two together. They're two separate events. One prophecy is for the northern kingdom who was taken away far sooner than the southern kingdom, and the other one is for the house of Yahudah, who was taken away last. They're two separate prophecies. If you put them both together, you will be in error. So answer this. Does this prophecy say any place to add an additional month to the year? A 13th month? This is what they're trying to allude to. Did you read that? Read it again and again and again until you see the deception for yourself. The book is not the deceiver in this case. It's the reader. The reader will lead everyone who believes in them to destruction. The Father says you do not add to or take away from this book of the law. They're adding things that don't exist. 2. Does it give any specifics on adding an additional month to the calendar? It does not. It's not even speaking about months. Speaking about years. 390 years and 40 years. Now just think, if Yah-Hezekiah was told to lay on his side, the left side, for 390 years, then after he finishes that, to turn on the right and lay on his side for another 40 years. He is a man. The length of his days is not that long. So the Father gave him days to equal years. It is clear in the passage. 3. Does it say if the barley harvest is not ripe to add an additional month? Did you see that? Tell me something. Was it even talking about the Shabbats or the feast days? Was that the context? What was the context? Judgment. A siege. Bearing the iniquity of the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. So it had nothing to do with a harvest, even though later on it mentions that he is to eat barley. But it didn't say anything about a barley harvest being ripe or adding an additional month to the calendar if it's not? Does it say to add an additional month to the calendar if the moon moves away from the sun? Why am I saying this? Because this is their goal. And then they're putting words in the mouth of he who is seated upon the throne and said, Yah says that this is a 13th month, when he says that no place. He said years. They said months. They're trying to bring it back to the equinox. They're trying to validate a 13th month. They still have not answered any of the questions. It's been quite a few years now. And this is all they got? The reason this is all they have is because there is nothing in this book that tells you to adjust the calendar for any reason. If you do so, I'm going to guarantee you right now, you're going to be ashamed in that day. And all of you who are following these blind guides, you're going to go straight with them to the lake of fire. I have a pool in my backyard, in-ground pool. And every year there's an anomaly. The ants, every year they come. And there's always a leader. And the leader of the ants, he goes into the pool. Maybe there's a insect there dead, or a frog that got drowned. And he steps in, and the next thing you know, the whole colony is in the pool. What am I telling you? A blind guide will lead blind followers to death. It is the case of the blind leading the blind. Let's look at some sightings. Princess Maya, the leader of my support group. My support group is powerful, brothers and sisters. I'm going to share them with you soon. Princess Maya is in Florida, and her sighting, 8:04. Sister Daya, Dabura, Yesharo. She put her whole Abarian name here. North Carolina, 7:54. Sister Mitzi. She's also in Florida. There it is, right above the rooftop. 8:04. Dre. As you see, I don't have any information on him, but look at what Dre captured. The sun hadn't dipped below the horizon yet. But because Asanya was in the clouds, she caught the rays of the sun in parts, and she became visible before the sun dipped below the horizon. This is an astonishing picture. Adin Ben Yesharo. Here's his whole Abaya name. He's in Arizona, 7:54. Brother Kuya and Sister Shirley, North Carolina, North Kakalaki, 7:30. Brother Michael, he's in VA, Virginia, 7:30. You're going to hear a lot about Brother Michael soon. We're about to reveal something to you. Brother Kuya's calendar. Thank you, Brother Kuya. This visual aid has been amazing. Do you know that Brother Kuya has showed you what faithfulness looks like? Every month, he has his calendar out. Here's another thing. All of these other channels, they're selling these calendars that they have. And their calendars are a bunch of lies. But Brother Kuya's calendar is absolute perfection. He's showing you only two things. The lunar calendar on top of Pope Gregory's calendar. He's showing you how to find Yah's days in this matrix in which they have created for us. So he overlays the lunar calendar on top of the solar calendar. Identify day number 16 on this calendar in green. It's on the top. Got it. That is what day it would be on Pope Gregory's calendar. But look in the right-hand corner. It says 30. It was day number 30 on the lunar calendar. What did Brother Kuya put in the box? The projected new moon will be spotted in the evening. And look, there's the bracket. All right. So you come to the next day, which is the 17th. How does the day work for the lunar calendar? It's not like the solar calendar, sunrise to sunrise. The lunar calendar is from evening to evening. Do you understand? You cannot get a lunar count from evening to evening on the solar calendar. So if you keep your Shabbats on Pope Gregory's calendar, you are in error. The moon comes out in the evening. Are you getting it? So from the evening of the 16th to the evening of the 17th is one day. The 17th is what we call New Moon Day. It's the 9th month. Without any interruptions from the Gentiles. Without any additions from the Gentiles. This calendar, it's in its purest form. You will not see the mind of the Guyam here. Brothers and sisters, we love you. Stay strong. Keep fighting this good fight. And do not take his name in vain. Shalom.